So here we are at the next lesson in how to develop your scientific paper. The topic for this lesson is discussing what's called the literature review. Because this is a pretty substantial topic, we're actually going to divide it into two separate lessons. But first things first. First, we have to know the objectives of what we call the literature review, especially in academic papers. Literary review is reading, researching, and understanding literature that's already published about your topic and your field. When you begin research work, a specific subject interests you, and we call that subject the research question. We discussed elements of developing a research question in the last lesson. The purpose of that research question is basically to expand human understanding on a specific topic. Philosophers have defined that journey of learning to understand as traveling the frontier which lies between knowledge and non-knowledge. A scientific problem arises only on this frontier between what is known and what is unknown. Therefore, if your specific scientific problem, your research question, stands in the space before you get to this frontier, then you're looking for something that's already been found. On the other hand, if you're looking too far, too deep in the non-knowledge part, you might get lost. Okay, so let's assume you have your research question. First, you know nothing, young researcher fellow. You need to learn what has already been done in your field, moving away from the already known and getting closer to the frontier. It's not that easy to perfectly define the limits of this frontier of the unknown and to figure out where to position yourself on it. On top of that, never lose sight of the fact that science is always in motion. Theories get proven, others get debunked. You have to take this into account. This fact explains the necessity of the literature review and why that frontier between knowledge and non-knowledge is always moving. To sum up, the work on the literature review could be pictured by the analogy made famous by Sir Isaac Newton. If I ascend further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. During your research, you need to climb the mountain of accumulated knowledge, and when you're at the level of the giant's head, well, you could find yourself at a point where looking even farther allows you to see that there is an apparent lack of originality in your field. This is when you know how you can contribute to academic knowledge. It is then by standing up that you see further than the giants, and can then increase the knowledge of men. Now, you also have to be pragmatic. Building your review of literature is a way for you to specify why and how your work is original by moving the knowledge frontier. Your originality may cover several aspects, including leading new empirical work. But it may also be interpreting known ideas in a new way, or by giving new data to old problems. It may also be translating results from one technique or context to another. It could be reading transdisciplinary research, or even producing original sentences, or even finding a new field of research. Well, that's it for the what and why of literature review. In the next lesson, we'll present the different tools for collecting references and building your own literature review.